What up, fight fans? Welcome back to Heavy Hands Boxing. Glad to have you tuned in. So I waited a few days to actually drop this one. Everybody's saying it, but it's got to be said. You hate to think it, but Fury absolutely ducked Usyk. There's no two ways about this. You got to figure if you needed more time to get in shape, just say so. There's no shaming that. I figure he was in shape anyway. You helped your brother Tommy train. You were at a very baseline level of fitness. You were jogging, you were in the ring doing it. You just weren't sharp. But you were in shape. You need more than 6 weeks to get sharp? How long you been doing this? So it couldn't have been that you needed more time, you would think. Was it the money? He gave you what you wanted. 70-30 Fury's favor. Come on, man. The level of disrespect Fury's showing here is just a new level. This has to be unprecedented. I mean, at least really both threw the belt in the trash, and just walked away and gave up the belt. Maybe Fury needs to give up the belt. We don't have any option but to think that he fears this man. Usyk, to borrow a mob term, is a made man. This man is a champion of champions. This man has achieved what many others have tried before. Thomas Adamek couldn't do what he accomplished. He tried when he fought Vitaly Klitschko. Couldn't do it. And he was a very good cruiserweight, light heavyweight. He was a champion too. Now Usyk is right up there with Holyfield. I think a little bit ahead of David Haye. David Haye did take the belt from the 7-foot giant. So. But Usyk is a made man all the way back from his amateur gold medals, world championships, 2011, 2012 in the Olympics. Undisputed cruiserweight champion, Only the fourth man to ever hold all 4 titles in the modern era outside of Jermaine Taylor, Bernard Hopkins, and I think Terence Crawford. The level of disrespect Fury showing is ridiculous. And he's doing nothing but shooting himself in the foot with this greed that he's showing. Because this is greed, and I think fair as well. That's why the Saudis told him to kick rocks. He isn't the mega star he thinks he is because he beat Wilder. He just isn't. You beat Klitschko a long time ago, and then you turn into a cokehead and was sucking on wild boar balls when you're actually taking nandrolone. Okay? You need a good dance partner to pull the money. You're big in the UK, but that's it. You can't get double what Joshua got. Joshua came up a star. That was organic. You didn't have that. You couldn't even box in your own country. The fight with Wilder was about, could Wilder take on a good fighter and still come out on top? That was the interest in that fighter, not about you per se. Fury is who I'm talking about. Now, without that dance partner, you've got to make sure you fight people that have endeared themselves to the people, like a Derek Chisora, again a hometown fighter, or Dillian White, again another hometown fighter who the people respect and love, and they've had their battles. But without Usyk, you can't get that big money that you want, Fury. This is just ridiculous. Who is advising this man? What options does Fury really think he has to make big money? Ngannou has seemingly, verbally anyway, accepted Wilder's offer for 2 fights. And they're looking to do one of them in Africa somewhere. 2 hard-punching black heavyweights putting on a tantalizing show in Africa is a deal that Fury can't possibly offer. He can't make himself into a big black guy with power. He can't offer that, period. So it looks like that's out the window. That's off the table. Joshua is on the rebound and he's rebuilding. And he doesn't want to fight you either since he turned you down in December. And that was probably because maybe you were greedy. But it more so looks like Joshua wasn't ready to take the fight after taking 2 L's from Usyk. Right? He better be careful or Tyson's going to find himself missing out on tens of millions of dollars because of greed. Pure greed. But obviously right now, it's in people's minds that he is ducking Usyk flat out We just have to say it. You're ducking this man. You're not even saying or suggesting we move the date. How hard is that? He's a sensible man. Maybe he's just not the fighting man he conned us into thinking he was. It's hard to believe you because you went up against a puncher like Wilder who decked you, and you even thought you were brain damaged after the third fight. You thought about retiring then. Look it up, people. He said as much. He was going to leave the sport getting decked from Wilder like that. Maybe his brain still isn't right from getting decked from Wilder. Because this is some garbage. This man is hurting boxing. The heavyweight division should be leading boxing. Everybody wants to see big men throw down and somebody get knocked out. That's the attraction with the big guys. And Tyson Fury is ruining that. He's losing fans. He's losing credibility, losing favor with the people, casual and ardent fight fans alike. It's just ridiculous. Hopefully they'll be able to get this done sometime later this year, and that won't ruin the stream of good fights we have going down this year. We've had some good fights. We have other fighters showing up on the radar and fighting. This is what boxing needs to get back to. Fighting. That's all Usyk is trying to do. Fight for legacy and get the titles. And Fury's scared to get in the ring with him. Man, this is Kirk with Heavy Hands Boxing. I'm out.